So I'm in the office on a Saturday. It's raining. I have two jobs. One, clean this van, and two, make a smart homey video. Which one should I do first? I suppose I better clean the van. Ah! Let's do smart homey things. Let's do this! So for once, we're going to keep this short and sweet. We're going to do 5 tips to make your smart home installations run smoothly. So, should we get started? Okay. Number 1, scope of works. You've quoted for it, you've designed it, and you've won the job. So, it's time to take that quote and that design and turn it into a list of items to do within each project. You're all looking at this video thinking that sounds like the worst idea, but it's a way of both you and the client working towards the same goal at the end of their smart home project. It's almost like a contract of works within each area. It allows you to add variables to a project, and it also allows the client to know what he is expecting at the end of the project. So you get less of the I thought I was going to get this, which is not what you want at all. So our first tip is to get a scope of works and get the client to acknowledge it. Number 2, get organised. What do you mean by getting organised, Ben? I am organised. Well, in this industry we have thousands of components. We're talking patch leads, lacing bars, heads, more heads, HDMI cables, optical cables. The list goes on and on and on. And if you can hold a tiny bit of stock of each of these items, you will be able to deliver your projects quicker and more effectively. We like to keep a little bit of stock on in our offices and on our vans. And so when the guys are on site, they don't have to go out anywhere to go and pick up X or Y or Z. So getting organised is a fundamental part of being a smart home engineer. Try from the outset on each project to have a list of equipment and interconnects for delivering that project, and then hold a little bit of extra over and above. So if something goes wrong or you need something else to kind of finish the project, that you've got it there and available. Number 3, log your hours. So even if you are self-employed and a sole trader working by yourself, always try and log your hours on site. Reason being, and it might seem a little demoralizing at the start when you look back on a project and realize that you've massively underspec'd the amount of hours that needed to go into a job, it will allow you to look back on the next quote and effectively deliver the amount of hours that need to go into that project to get that over the line to a certain standard. It gives you the feasibility of sitting down with the client as well and talking through why there's so much labour on a project, on a smart home project. I think some clients don't understand that certain aspects of delivering a project to a certain standard requires X amount of time. So log your hours, log your kit, and go back to it on each and every project. Number 4, you are not alone. So what's this about? It's about resolving issues on site in a quick and methodical way. My biggest bugbear is my engineers generally give me a call after 4 hours of being on site and say, I've had this issue all morning, cannot fix it. Is there anything you can think of that maybe can help? First question I ask is, have you spoken to technical support? Answer usually is no. That's where you need to go to first off. You know, give yourself a time limit on every problem that you come across on site. I generally say 10 to 30 minutes, depending on what the issue is, and then structure that issue down into what the problem is. Write that down. So if you're having a problem with HD base T, the picture keeps dropping out, write down when it happens, how it happens, because this context will become very useful to technical support. Then work through the steps of what you've learnt over the years or through courses on how to rectify these issues. Once you've done those, write down the steps that you've done and the order in which you have done them. And then after that period of time, if you have not fixed that issue, ring technical support. There are people with better brains within that specific realm, whether it be HD base T, audio, who can help you quicker than you spending all day trying to fix one single issue. So take your information that you've gained from your writing down of the issue and the kind of the ways in which you try to resolve it moving forward, and speak to the support guys and take them through what you've done. They will then say, okay, brilliant, thank you for all that, that helps massively. Then we'll take you through our systems and see if we can resolve the issues between the two of us. Always be kind and courteous to the support guys. You coming on there and saying your system doesn't work and this, that and the other is not going to help the situation. It's better to go with context and content to help them out, and then they will do their best to help you out on their end. Then just think about reaching out to other people that have got specialities in those areas. You know, we've got 2,000 members on the group. Don't feel like you can't ask a question that's going to save you time and money moving forward. I would do it. I would get onto the Facebook group straight away and say, I've got this issue, has anyone come up against it? If it's going to make that problem go away in a quicker time, because time effectively is money. So you need to think about all of those silly little niggles that you spent way too much time on, and you will learn quicker at resolving them in the future, and you will not lose money along the way. And finally, number 5, the handover day. This day is super important on every project. It's the day that you spend a little bit of time with the client, taking them through their smart home projects and taking them through how to use things. What we would say is book out half a day, have a bit of time with them, make sure it's not rushed, so that they feel comfortable that they can ask you questions along the way. We create a handover document which actually has things like the Wi-Fi passwords in, things that they would forget, or if you stick on the back of a post-it note that they're gonna kind of mislay. So look at the documentation that we've discussed previously in the group and on webinars, and look at creating something that they have as a hard document which has their information on, and then you can concentrate more on the programming and making it more unique to the client. And then if you do create a handover document, make sure that the client signs it and dates it, so then you have some documentation somewhere that tells you when the warranty starts and when your support starts, and then you can look at in the future to adding support and warranty contracts every year based upon these dates when the handover was done. And just as a final thing, we always say with clients, look at getting them a little gift. That's something that we do, like a bottle of champagne, a bottle of Prosecco, some flowers, just something that says, welcome to your new home or welcome to your new system. It's those little things that will kind of put you in the forefront of their mind when they're looking to expand and do upgrades and do new things, or they're looking at a new property. So it's just a nice way of ending a project on a high and being able to sit back with the client at the end of the day and maybe have a glass of wine. Well, that's it. They're my top 5 tips for smart home installation. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and if you've got any questions whatsoever about smart homes, drop the comment below and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So I think the reason why you're here and watching this video though might be because there's a prize at the end of it. So the guys at Patch Up and Go have given us their testing kit. We've got a Datacom toolkit as well. We've got a smart home t-shirt along with a few other prizes. And all we want you to do is answer the following question. What is the RJ45 wiring colour guide? There are 2 versions, doesn't matter which one you put on. Drop a comment below with the wiring colour guide in and you'll be in a chance to win everything that we have included at the end of the month. And that's it. We're done. We're finished. That's it. See you next weekend. Cheers to the Saturday. Peace.